Hi everyone, welcome to the second edition of the Koforidua Today program that we started last week. Last week we brought you Jeddah PR from the Koforidua Regional Hospital, who touched on how COVID-19 has affected the health sector in many ways. And this week we are bringing to you how the COVID-19 is affecting the financial sector. At this very moment we have our dear brother Clement Adjei, who is the managing director of Bonsu Community Cooperative Credit Union, and we're here to talk about how the COVID-19 has affected the financial sector. So I'll introduce you to our guest, who's Mr. Clement Owusu. Adjei. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir. Nice having me.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Sure. Hope you're good.
Oh, COVID is keeping us alive, so we're trying to manage our best to stay afloat. All right, so welcome to Koforidua Today. Let me officially welcome you to Koforidua Today. Thank you. So Koforidua Today, we started last week where we talked about how the COVID-19 has affected the health sector and how the health sector is dealing with the COVID-19. In view of that, we also decided to talk about how the COVID-19 is going to affect or is affecting the financial sector, because we realized that there are so many things that are going on after this COVID-19 happened. Businesses are collapsing, financial problems and all those things. So we just thought it wise that Koforidua Today basically is going to touch on various topics that project the Eastern region as a whole region. Because if we come to Accra, there's something, always Accra is on the map, Kumasi is on the map. What of Eastern region? And businesses and companies are in Eastern region that are doing so well. So that is why we started Koforidua Today. Even though the name sounds Koforidua, but it's not based.
Eastern as a whole.
Yes, it's Eastern as a whole. So my first question, my boss, please introduce yourself to our audience before I ask my questions.
Hi, my name is Clement Owusu. I manage the Bonsu Community Cooperative Credit Union, and I also doubled as the team lead for Event Plus. We do organize the Eastern Region Media Excellence Awards here.
Yeah, so he's the mind behind the Eastern Media Excellence Award. I think they've done it 3 consecutive times.
Yes,
so he's the big man. So he's here to tell us more, and he's also a financial expert. So my first question. Has the COVID-19 affected the financial sector? Yes or no? And how has it affected it?
Okay. So thanks for your question.
Thank you.
And then once again, let me welcome you here officially to Bonsu Community Cooperative Credit Union. It's good to have you here, and it's good to have someone like you projecting the East.
We try.
Yeah, that's good. So yes, like other sectors, the COVID is affecting the financial sector very well. Okay, so it has had a great impact on our activities. People are not having money in their pockets like it used to be. Businesses are not able to sell. Okay, and then people intend keeping their money. It will amaze you. People, they have money, but it's okay. I don't know what will happen. So let me keep my money there and then wait for some time and see whether or not to push money outside. And for the bigger banks too, they are suffering because they give us big monies, huge lending to contractors and the rest. And when you tell other people should stay at home, you can just see the problem. So the COVID is really affecting us. Not only the small financial sectors, but the bigger ones, the bigger ones that you can mention, they're also feeling the effects of the COVID.
All right. This program is brought to you by Profile Foodstone Brown. They help us to support this program happening, and we have the support of R&F Photos, who has always been amazing with their works and everything. Then it's powered by Adjei Media. So all these people come together to make Koforidua Today what it is. So my next question, you were talking about how the COVID-19 has affected the financial sector. People are not able to save or even to bring money to the financial institution to manage it for them like they used to. So meaning, I was about to ask how the COVID-19 pandemic has affected the financial sector in the Eastern region.
Okay, so basically in the Eastern region, we deal with a lot of the micro people, okay, those that manage their provision shops, and then we deal with mostly salaried workers, like the teachers, the nurses. Basically, these are for the government sector workers. These are our target market. And these people, when the COVID started, their businesses were affected. Okay, they will open up their shops. People wouldn't come to buy. Okay, so if they get the money, get enough of it, that is what will propel them to come and save.
Yeah.
And the same instinct also propel them to come and then pay their money when they owe it. Okay, so the COVID pushed them harder. It made them use a lot of business opportunities. I once had a client, she took a loan of around 60,000 cedis.
Wow.
Yes, and she was supposed to finish paying by, I think, mid-May. But because of the COVID.
After
okay. No, she actually called me. I went to her office, and then she opened up her books. There are a lot of people who are owing her. They've not been able to pay. So you can't go and tackle that person to come and pay you. And you see, the main thing that we do here is we take money from the people, their surplus. Okay, okay, we take it in the form of savings.
Yeah.
Okay, so it can be your salary. That's probably we might have enough. So you don't want to put a few somewhere. And then we also search for a client who is in need of money, and also give the money to the client.
Okay.
You see, so that's the whole business of banking. You take from the one who has enough, give to the one who needs it. Yeah, who needs it, and then yes, with a little margin of it used to cater for your salaries, your administrative expense, and then your taxes and the rest. Okay, so if the monies they are not coming, sometimes it even affects the workers. Okay, even affect the workers, and then you know how the system is now. You can't call a worker and tell, okay, because of the COVID, we are slashing down salaries by 30%. You hear a lot of agitations and the rest. So in fact, the COVID is affecting business. Yeah.
Wow. Then I guess my next question is already answered because from your talking, I just picked up that means the COVID has affected the financial sector very massively.
Yes.
Because if someone is not able to get money to pay the loan that he took, and the people are not able to bring the money back.
One of the scariest things during especially the lockdown, there was this panic. You see, there is something we call panic withdrawals in the financial sector, and that was
what happened.
Yes. So if your shots are not heavy, okay, you just go out of business.
Wow.
So people will be needing their money. Okay, people will be needing their money, but where you have to take the money from, pay them is not coming. So you see, if you're a financial institution now, especially like what you have most in the region, apart from the commercial banks, you also have the normal rural banks, and then the microfinances, the one that are in the system now. There are a couple of them. Yes, there are a couple of them around. So if you are not able to manage, or if you are not able to predict that this will happen, then you start to lose business. Okay, so auntie will tell the colleague, okay, I wanted to take my money, the same network is,
and the other person too.
Yes, then it begins to spread. Okay, so I can feel most banks, especially the rural banks, are suffering. A lot of them. In fact, they suffered from March, April, and even May. But now things are picking up small. I think people are knowing how to manage their ways and how to manage. Life is at least getting back to normal. So that's it.
Wow. Because I think the COVID has really been a problem. Because even we that are freelancers, we feel the impact of COVID.
And you see, because of the COVID, it has made the financial sector to rethink how to grant facilities. Yes. So if you, a freelancer, come and then some other persons come, the person has regular flow of income. Okay. Yes. Obviously. So you target, you redefine your loan spectrum, like who or whom you should give a facility to, knowing very well that it's someone's money. So when it goes out, it has to come. When the person needs it, then the person will get it with a little interest. Okay, with a little interest. So people will in turn invest in. Okay, with you after the COVID because they have more money. And then when they come for their monies like withdrawals and you're able to give to them, it also boosts their confidence. So here you come for withdrawal, you should get it. Yes. The moment you read something. Yes, and we had a challenge during the lockdown, when there was the partial lockdown, because our men, we don't do a lot of walking clients here. Okay, unlike other banks, we don't do a lot of walking clients. We rather walk to the bank. It's our definition. Yes, we want to get to the very roots, the people. Yes, so we walk to them, and then so my client relations officers, they were quite scared, and the people too were scared that even the interaction could cause a sparkle or something. So there was that kind of challenge here, but God being so good, we've been able to do some things back.
We give you a
sure.
So now I know that most sectors have now put measures in place to mitigate the effects of the coronavirus. I think the health sector is always up on their game, on their toes to provide a lot of health PPEs and other medications to help reduce the spread of the COVID. Now, with the financial sector, I want to know if there are any measures that have been put in place to help mitigate this spread of the COVID-19.
Yeah, I think the financial sector is doing its best in a bit to reduce the spread. Okay. When you go to the commercial bank, GCB bank, they have this social distancing.
Yeah.
Okay, they have this no face masks.
No entry.
The moment you enter, you'll be given hand sanitizer. Okay, and I'm sure even at places like Tafu and Koforidua, they have this thermometer gun.
Yes,
that they use to check your temperature. And then if you have an unusual or like a high temperature, they will advise you to stay out of the public or seek medical help. That's notwithstanding, there are other institutions that are also going the extra mile, where some of them are also investing into the health sector. I know of a project by the private sector that they are building around 100-bed infectious disease center.
Okay.
Yes, I think there were GT Bank or one of these banks is also, or Fidelity, is also helping out in the building of the infectious center. Yes, so banks, we are doing our bits, and for my place to, I think you can see, you wash your hands, you have to put on your face mask before you enter. And then one thing that we've ensured is we make sure that whenever you enter here, you don't spend more than 10 minutes on whatever transaction you're going to do. Okay? Because it is believed that when the person spends less time, that is the myth. We are not health professionals, so we don't know how to that. When the person spends more time here, I think the person is infected or something, it's only years. So the person spends less time here, then whatever transaction you do. And then for the workers too, we continuously give them education, okay, on how to protect themselves. And then we have also made provision for them to get vitamins to boost their immune system and the rest. So we are conscious of the health, the current situation now, and we are doing everything possible to protect the workers and then the very people that we work with, like the customers.
All right, now let me just twist it a little bit. Now that is the health aspect. What about the financial aspect? What measures are there so far to help control the financial outflow of cash and inflow and all that? I don't know which is which.
Okay, so if I get you, you'd want to know
the inflow.
Yes.
How the pandemic has affected inflow of cash.
So I aforementioned that people are scared to put their money here. That was then. But you see, it's a matter of letting the people believe in you. We eventually had to go outside and then speak to the client. Okay, we are not health experts, but we read wide. Okay, and then we have to give them proper education. We blast SMS, okay, to educate them to wash their hands, and then the myth that when the person just comes to you get it. It's though it is there, but we need to at least reduce it a little bit. We don't want to downplay the measures or the seriousness of the virus, but at least life must go on. Yes. So and for other things that we've done, also able to we don't give the customers pressure. Okay, some banks I understand have even reduced their interest rate. I'm sure I learned the Bank of Ghana, that's the central bank. Yes, has reduced their policy rate, as in the money, the lenders, the rate. the BOG has reduced the policy rate. But we are governed by a different institution, and we are at liberty to set our own rate. But what you have done to also make the customers feel good or to feel okay is that we don't give them pressure to repay. Okay, we don't give them pressure to repay. So if there is a default, we sit down with you and then renegotiate with you. Some institutions like AFB, they have reduced a zero payment period, I think about 3 or 6 months for schools. Okay, so I'm sure yes, from them. So they say for the 3 months or next 6 months, we are not going to take repayments from you because the schools they are down. And we have for me, I have about 8 schools that save here, and then they also receive their salaries from here. So we pay their teachers, I think, for March. We pay them April, and then they brought letters. I think about 6 of the schools brought letters that we should stop paying. Because we will pay them and then we will have to debit to accounts. Yes, so whenever you put the money into the account,
take it.
Yes, and the money still they are not coming. Okay, so what you have done is also we have not cut the interest rate, but we've given them a more flexible payment plan. A more flexible payment plan, because most of them, frankly speaking, would have default anyway, and so they will just say, oh, because of the COVID, we are not able to pay. Then we give them the benefit of that, and then at least make them feel relaxed in their payments. Yeah. So we're putting down these measures to help them out. Yeah.
All right. So once again, viewers, we are still on Koforidua today, and we are at Bonsu Community Corporate Credit Union with our dear brother Clement Adjei, who is the managing director of the institution. They give out loans and financial assistance to people in the community and in the Eastern region. And I think it's one of the big.
Yes, this is actually the biggest community-based credit union. You see, in credit unions you have the work-based. Okay, that's when you go to a mother credit union, Co-operative. That's for only Co-operative workers. Then I think there's one in Akosombo. Yes. Hydro. Okay, that's community, and then the people that are working in the ECG people, yes, the hydro people. And then we are solely community based. The only difference is that we assess more risk compared to them. Because here we don't have regular source. Yes, we don't have source deduction. We just go to the people, take from them, and then give to someone else. So the risk we incur is much higher than them. We have been in business for some time and we are still managing, so it's okay.
So you heard they are one of the biggest community-based corporate unions. So this program is proudly brought to you by Prof. Owusu Brown and also by the support of RNM Photos, powered by Adjei Media. So as I said, Koforidua today is here to project the happenings of the Eastern region and how best we can all work together to support and make the Eastern region look as it has to be, as a business hub for people to invest into the Eastern region in various aspects, be it agriculture, transport, finance, banking, schooling, education, everything. So Koforidua today is here to cover all those aspects for you. So we continue with our interview. So my question now, in view of all this, how does one still find the edge or the need to invest or save?
Okay,
so if I'll save and the small that is coming, it's not even enough for me. How would I still manage that small to still invest, or why would I do that?
Now you come to my area.
Yes.
You see, savings should be developed as a habit. Okay, you need to be financially disciplined to save. Okay, understanding that you will need money in the future should propel you to at least save. So, if for anything, you can start cutting down the other stuff like the biscuits. Let me put it that way. The credit, yeah.
But so credit is important.
Credit is important. Okay, you use it. But you see, if you need to save, you need to really look at, especially credit. There are some people, they use more than 100 cedis credit a month. But you can blend it. Okay, the other depending on
why. For example,
okay.
Not to cut you short. For example, someone like me, I'm a heavy bundle user. Right, so I can buy even the biggest bundle. It will shock you that it will get finished within a week or days.
Okay.
Then I'll have to buy it again.
Okay.
Why? Because what I do is basically online.
Yeah.
So I'll need the bundle or the internet to keep running so that I can access my information, get my business, reach out to people and stuff. So for someone like me, okay, maybe chunk of my money or my small coins will be going more into bundle.
Okay.
Because I hardly make calls.
Okay.
I do more of bundles.
Yeah.
So someone like me that have to do this.
I understand before you did what you are saying. You've done a market survey and selected the cheapest one.
Yes.
Okay, so that for you that's okay. You see, that's the business you do. Okay, but there are some of us that is not the business we do. We may be working, or we may be in a provision store, or we may be having other businesses that we are doing, but we spend more on credit. Okay, we spend more on credit. All that we need to do, all that they use the credit to do is go to YouTube, and then you watch these telenovelas. Is it productive? It's not. Okay, so in this COVID era, if you want to save, cut down your expenses. And one of the ways to look at cutting down your expenses is look at how much you spend on credit, how much you spend on utilities. Okay, all these are ways that you can cut down your expenses, and then have a budget. So before you receive the money, you have to budget. You see, there's an account saying it's on someone the charge. Okay, so before you receive the money, have an outline budget there. That's what I do, and that's what I teach my clients. Okay.
How do you develop that?
Oh, it's simple. Drawing a budget is not difficult. You know what you need. Okay, you know you need the groceries. Okay, you know you pay utilities. Okay, you know you pay fees. And then by all means, you know you have to set some aside for rent. And then the few things that you need. So pen them down. And be disciplined enough to follow suit.
So the word is discipline.
Yes. Because you can actually write them down, but you can try to put them somewhere and not follow them. Okay, so when you write them down, you make sure you follow through. Anytime you receive the money, save first. That's a principle. Save first. Okay, because we wouldn't have enough to save. That one is a sure banker. You wouldn't have enough to save. Okay, so whenever you receive it, you can think about saving 20% whatever you receive, and it is possible. Okay, so we can do a little mathematics here. Okay. Say you save 5 cedis a day. No, 5 cedis will be too much for someone.
Oh yeah, but let's use 5 cedis.
Weekends is out.
Okay.
Okay. So weekends you use it for church service, the other things. Okay. So that will be 5 times 25. You're having 25 cedis. Okay. Now a year, 365 days. You will take. Let's make it 320 days, okay, because of the weekends. Times 320. You have 8,000. And this one is not rocket science.
Rocket science, yeah.
Okay, these are simple things that you can do. They are simple. So sometimes when people complain, I don't have money, I get surprised at them. Because I know how money works. I understand how money works. I understand that saving is essential for everybody. Okay, so if you can't save 5 cedis a day, then...
Now, this is a quick question. Out of what I'm not supposed to based on what you're talking about.
Sure.
Now, for people who, for example, I say we are freelancers.
Okay.
Let's say our money comes as of when you have a business.
Yeah.
And definitely before the business comes, you've incurred debt.
Yeah.
You've incurred cost.
Sure.
So, definitely, you've already budgeted that anytime you get money, you have to go and settle that debt or cost of what you've incurred before the money came. Now, in that order, how do you still manage what you have? Because definitely, maybe the money even coming will not even enough to offset the debt or cost. Okay. So how do you work that out?
So you see, I mentioned you will never have enough
to save. Yes, I get it.
You will never have enough to save. So save first before you think about that cost. That is it. Because when the money comes, even when you don't owe anybody, the money will teach you what to do. Okay, so it's a matter of being self-disciplined enough. Okay, so if I'm receiving 150 cedis for probably a graphic I did for someone, I'm going to keep the 50 cents in my account. And it shouldn't be Momo account. You don't save your Momo account. When you can just hit it and then buy credit. It shouldn't be a Momo account. Okay?
Yeah.
It should be a correct bank account. And someone like that, I wouldn't advise you to go in for a current account. You see, current accounts are for just have a savings account. When the money even hits your Momo account, okay, there are some banks that they do something they have the money, so you can just hit it into your savings account before you even go in for the money. Savings shouldn't be difficult. Okay, in this COVID era, if we've not learned anything at all, we've all learned that savings is very good because most people lost their jobs. A lot of them lost their jobs. Now what are you going to do? You didn't even have insurance. Okay, there are some of us. We know this financial sector. It's quite shaky. Okay, so you need to also have insurance somewhere in case you lose your job. The insurance is there to cater for you. But you don't have insurance. You don't have savings. You are living from hand to mouth. What if the money doesn't come? Okay, what if the money? So if you're able to save, at least you look for institutions that have lowest interest rate, like credit unions, for example. Okay, we have lowest interest. Any type of credit union you go, not here alone. They have lower interest rate. You bank with them. Then you can save, say 1,000, 2,000, going for loan. Set up something that will give you a regular flow of income. You are true. It shouldn't be difficult. It's actually not too difficult to do this.
Okay, now with the banking sector.
Okay.
Let's say I have an account, a savings account at a bank. You know, savings account, even though it's savings account, they charge administrative charge.
Oh yes, some forces.
They charge administrative charge. Good. Obu has half forces, you know. It's a huge burn on us. But the music will go to normal charging me 4 cities every month.
Have you thought of keeping the money in Momo? Where you pay 1% on it? Have you thought of that?
They don't think about that. Or let's say we don't think about
yes. It. Yes. Is it you? That's one thing that surprises me. My brother will say, like at the end of the month, they will take 5 cities. That's, I think, GCU Bank. And then 4 cities for electronic banking services like the SMS and the rest. So at the end, they pay 9 cities. He think it's too much. Have you thought of keeping it on Momo or say by yourself? If you keep it, you just be spending them. Okay, and time value of money too. Okay, so all these factors, it's best keeping it at the bank and pay those small ones. At least it's safe. At least when you're going for loan, you get it. But when it is with you or it is with Momo, all you can do is that quick loan. Now, how much at all can they give you? You see, so saving shouldn't be difficult, especially in this COVID era. You save to invest. Okay, you save to invest, and when you have saved enough, you look at where you are pushing the money as investment. It's not everything that you just push your money into as investment. Look for those, depending on how you want the investment to go. Okay, there are some that was okay, I'll need it in say 3 months time. That's the duration. And then there are some that they need it big, like they are risk levels, okay? They need it big. So they're going for maybe 30% or 40% returns. And then there are some that they need that residual income, like okay, then I'll invest in derivative assets like lands, okay? I know I may not be able to sell it quickly, but eventually when I sell it, I can get like times 2 or times 3 the principal, the usual amount that I bought it. And me, that's what I did. Okay, I bought my first land in 2017. I sold it last year, times 2. And I reinvested in someone, bought some land somewhere. And now people are coming close to it. I will sell it and then. So that's how businesses are done. That's how businesses are done. Irrespective of how much you earn or how much you get, you can still save and then make it.
So, what are the best practical ways now? Now let's talk about the practical, simple ways anybody, even as the youngest ones out there, can save no matter the amount it is.
Okay, so I teach people to develop the habit of having this susu box. Okay, it's an oldie but a goodie. It's very, very good. Just keep the small coins in them. That's one, even a class 3 people can do it. Keep the small. And be disciplined enough not to touch it. You see, that is the problem. Be disciplined enough not to touch it. If you're able to do this, my brother, you're good to go. So the one that you walk around and you, oh Charlie, this thing is nice. Make up my mommy sign, then you buy. No. And then you see, in as much as we are saying that you should save, you should also deprive your body of the good things. And sometimes you need to enjoy yourself, have fun. But you see, have fun with a plan.
Okay.
Okay, have fun with a plan. Not like boys meet and Charlie, open beer about come on. Hey, beer. It's around 7 cities or so. Just imagine you have two friends and I'm buying 2 beer for them. No, the greedy one will even take 2. Then the person won't give you money. You take 2, Charlie, thanks. Then you back, you go. He's going to save his money. If you use yours to spend on them. So the young guys, especially those colleagues I have on social media, I advise them, save. Use that savings to secure loan and start a business. It shouldn't be difficult. It shouldn't be difficult.
Wow, interesting facts. We need to be disciplined enough to save. Well, you all heard him. We need to be disciplined enough to save enough so that we can also have a better future for ourselves. Because COVID-19, whether we like it or not, has come to stay. And we need these monies to survive. We need to sort of save enough so that we can survive this era. Because I don't think, even if you ended billions of cedis, it's still not going to be enough for you.
No, not at all.
You will still want more.
Sure.
So I guess saving is always the option. So now, my boss.
Yes, sir.
What are the measures, or in what way are the financial institutions helping the ordinary worker or Ghanaian person, or let's say your customers? How are you? I think you've mentioned a few things you're doing, but what other things are these institutions helping? Because we know the ordinary Ghanaian doesn't have much.
Yes.
The ordinary Ghanaian most of them do hand to mouth. And if they have difficulties in receiving money even to eat, how do they save? So how do the banks or the financial institutions or the credit unions, microfinances, how are they helping these ordinary Ghanaians in other ways?
There will be grades in this. There will be the commercial banks talk about the GCB, yes. Barclays, yes. Those are the commercial banks. And then there will be this developmental bank like the ADBs and the rest. And then you can talk about the microfinances and then our categories too. So for us, we are giving out loans like never before. Okay, we anticipated that there will be better future after the COVID. Okay, we know for now we are suffering, but just in 2-3 months time, things will quickly turn around. So this month we've pushed out a lot of loans. Okay, and then we've given them free payment periods. So we call them payment holidays. So you wouldn't pay for the month for at least the first 3 months. You wouldn't pay when you take facility from here. It's just a special package.
Okay, so that you'll be able to save enough so that you can pay when you start paying.
Good. So that's one of the things that we are doing for our customers. And then we've also cut down some other charges. Okay, so we've cut down our processing fee. Already the person is not even having money. You are even helping the person. So we cut our processing fee, we cut our insurance fee. Okay, just to attract people to come to the facility. And the secret here is that the person, before you come for a facility here, for instance, you need to have money with us. So if I give you the facility, you didn't come for the money. Good. I hope you understand the dynamics here. Okay, so when I give you the money, you wouldn't come for
the one you have.
Yes, and then I'll be working
with that one.
Yes, I'll be working with it. So that's it. And then there's one other area too we can also look at this from. That's from the staff point of view. We've also made sure that we increase the staff condition a little bit.
Okay.
Because we understand that most of them will work on commission basis, so we have also cushion them a little bit and then make them feel comfortable just because of the coverage.
Well, then I think, okay, so if I come and save here, let's say for example, I have some 1,000 cedis, then I bring it and I want a facility. Does it work that way?
No, it doesn't work that way. Our policy states that you need to work with us for a minimum of 3 months.
3 months, okay.
Yeah, so between 3 to 6 months, you can then qualify for a facility.
Okay.
Yes, please. Yeah.
All right.
So that's how it works here.
All right. So now these measures have been put in place. Do you think the measures put in place by, let's say, Bank of Ghana in regulating the CD, the cash flow in the system, spending and everything, are they good enough to support?
Yeah, I think they are good enough. Okay, so let's look at before the COVID. Okay, had the bank not been BOG not been smart enough to collapse some of the banks, the shock will be massive. Yes, seriously. But you see, they were able to consolidate some of the banks, to make them stronger, so they are able to withstand the shock. Even with that, the Bank of Ghana will need to give some of the banks loans. You know, Bank of Ghana, or reduce some of the policy rates for the banks to still be operational fully. There are banks that are still suffering. There are some that are on the line. So Bank of Ghana is actually doing its best to help sustain the banks, and I think just like the other institutions are also doing to help the other sectors, like the agri sector is doing, like the health sector and the education sector is doing. The BOG is also helping out, but I think it should be more. It should be more. At least the rate should come down for the banks also give out more facility to people to also work. You see, when you give a contractor a loan, the contractor will pick up by day workers and pay them. The by day workers, they have their family.
They have to feed.
Yes, they will get money to be fed on. On the side, there's someone who is selling gari and beans to them.
Jobs are great.
Good. Okay, so if the rate will come down, then these monies go out. Eventually, it helps to build up the economy, and the economy rises back.
I see. That's interesting. So before my last question, this financial sector, I still like to talk about savings. Because for me, for example, I can save.
You should.
They should think.
You should.
But sometimes it's difficult.
It shouldn't be at all.
So we try our best to, whatever we have, we keep it. When the need arises, we take it.
You have a business account?
Yeah, I have business account, savings account. Accounts in the doors.
Doors. Doors.
The accounts are many. Some of them, I think, I had to empty them during the lockdown. So I think we need to come back into the saving mode again. So with all this, what do you think is the way forward?
So the way forward for us,
all financial
institutions,
especially in the Eastern region, and your side.
So we, for us here, we know the people that we work with. They understand the business that we do. We've made them take the business as their own. Because for credit unions, we are like as it used to be in the olden days. So rotational funding. You know what rotational funding is? So this man, this man. So we decided to modernize it. Now you put me in the middle. So bring yours here, bring yours here. If this one needs, I give it to the next. Yes, that's how credit unions we operate. So we've made them believe that the institution is theirs, except for a few who are quite difficult sometimes. We don't have any big challenge here. But for the other banks, they will need to relook at how they give credit. Because in this season, if you give out loans and you are not careful, you will have a lot of NPLs, we call non-performing loans. And you get a lot of NPLs, there's a bigger problem coming. Because that is people's money have given out. So what if they come? Then the panic comes in. So they need to reassess their credits, how they give out credit. They need to do loans assessment very, very well before they grant out loans. If it's not good enough, don't give. If the person comes and withdraw the money, fine, the person should go. At least you can protect your business. So that's it. And then you should be able to encourage their customers to save more. I know some banks are doing well with a lot of adverts and the rest. That is fine, but it should go a bit further than that. Go straight to them. If you're a manager, you don't have to sit at the bank. You have a branch manager, you don't have to sit there. Move to your top line, speak with them, interact with them. If possible, advise them to stop doing business with the rest. After all, it's your money that you are getting. And then you should bank with you. So the banks can take this advice, and I think it will help them.
Well, we hope by the time the COVID comes to a minimum level, the institutions would have put a lot of measures in place to help combat this financial sector. So basically, I think our interview is done because we've gotten enough information from the Eastern region based on what you've told us. So we would like to say, but before then, we'd like you to give a few words to our listeners or viewers, any encouragement, how people can work with you guys.
Thanks for joining us for this edition of Koforidua today. I'm sure you have learned a lot about what is happening in the financial sector in the Eastern region, especially. My advice is, please, no matter how much you get, you see, the number one principle is to save. Okay, just save. Savings is like what your life depends on. Now, you need to save, but you don't just have to save anywhere. You can reach us on 0249 479493. That is Bonsu Community Cooperative Credit Union. And then we can talk business. We have a lot of business packages that you can join us on. And then we can take it up from there. Savings should be primary and important tool for you. It should be very, very important. Anytime you get money, remember to save. And then thank you to Mr. Adjei Wills. Okay, so thank you for honoring. I rather honor your invitation. Okay, so thank you for having me on Koforidua today. Yeah. I think it's a big business that you are doing now. I think you are the only person doing this in the Eastern region.
I think so.
Yes. I hope people will come and spoil it.
Whether they spoil it or not, we are going to be the yardstick.
And then the niche that you have created too, it's very good. And may God continues to bless you. I know it's very difficult sometimes, but you are managed, and that's a hallmark of a good leader and then a good creative thinker. Thanks for having me once again.
Thank you so much, Mr. Clement. Also, Adjei. We are so grateful for your time. We're grateful for you hosting us today in your establishment to talk about how COVID-19 has affected our financial institutions. So we'll be sure to call on you further on the future if we have any other discussion that we might need your expertise to add up to it. So, well, viewers, you heard all the interviews we had today with our dear brother, Mr. Clement Owusu. So today is the second edition, and watch out for the third edition of Koforidua today. We come your way each and every week with a new episode, new topics, new sectors to talk about, so that we can create that interest for the Eastern region and project it well. As I said, my name is Adjei Wills, and I'm the CEO of Adjei Wills Media, and I'm brains behind the Koforidua today. This event was supported, or this program was supported by RNF Photos, Safe Gold Hotel, and powered by Adjei Wills Media. Thank you so much. Hope to see you guys soon. Thank you.